Well, hey everyone. So sorry about the awkward angle of this camera. So I have it like right now on something, and I couldn't figure out how to. Anyway, so I am gonna talk to y'all real quick about three of the easiest ways to what we call greenify your home. And one of the best ways I find to do this is totally to kick butt on all the cleaners that you use like on a daily basis. So if you run over and like look under your kitchen sink, it's like what do you find? Do you find Windex? Are you finding like all sorts of toxic chemicals? What types of things are underneath your sink? And so, kind of my rule of thumb is that the stuff underneath your sink, if you can't like rub it directly on your skin, or if you feel like you would be concerned if your kids got into it, that probably means that it's maybe not super safe. And so, what I think is that our number one priority should be to cut. Sorry, there's some traffic out here. I'm in Nashville, Indiana right now, and there's like all sorts of traffic. Anyway, but our number one priority should be to cut toxic cleaners out of our lives, partly because our kids and pets, they're the closest to the floor, and they absorb all of the stuff that we stick um, on the floors. So, and then in addition to that, you think about like, oh, it's just a small amounts of chemicals all the time, no problems. But think about when they're young and they start young and then they go on to like years and years later and their bodies are absorbing all of this stuff. And so it's really important that we start with them young. And then also for our own bodies, like when our hormones are screwed up, that totally affects everything, and how we respond to things, how patient we are, things like that. And so tons of important stuff in terms of how we respond to people and like how we feel as people too. So toxins are stored in our fats in our bodies, and they're not always released. So we have like lifetimes of chemical buildup in our bodies if we're not using natural products on a daily basis. So just something to think about. Anywho, so I have a few of the products that I absolutely love, love, love for like easy ways to cut out toxic chemicals from your life. And I bring up these products because they're like some of the easiest ways to go ahead and cut those out. And in reality, we can't do everything. So if you go like, oh, I want to do this and I want to cut this out and do all this stuff, it's really difficult sometimes to do that, and it can be overwhelming. And so what we like to do is just say like, okay, start with a couple, cut formaldehydes out of your daily life, cut fragrances out of your daily life, things like that. So one of the ones I love the most is thieves oil. Now, if you look inside your medicine cabinet, it's like, what do you see in there? If there's a ton of like cough syrups, antibiotics, things like that, this is a good preventative measure to take. So you can actually take this underneath your tongue when you start feeling sick, and I love, 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 love this oil. And actually, kind of here's my rule of thumb. It's like if you are investing in good oils, which if you have Young Living, then you've invested in that, then go ahead and use them like they're good oils. So put them directly on your skin, take them internally, rub them on the bottom of your feet, things like that. And so that is really a neat way to use it. And so on kids, I would probably suggest using a coconut oil as a carrier. And so I think that would be good. Oftentimes kids' skin is so sensitive, and our thieves oil is a blend of clove, eucalyptus, and it's like cinnamon, clove, and eucalyptus. And so what that does is it kicks butt on any sort of sicknesses. But I would do it on the bottom of their feet and maybe with a coconut oil. But on your skin, I would just go ahead and apply it directly. And if it starts to like redden up a little bit, go ahead and just use a coconut oil later. Okay, the next one is the Thieves hand soap. I brought this one with me. It's kind of funny sitting out here with these. Okay, so I love, love, love this stuff. And the reason why it's so neat is that it cuts formaldehyde. Oftentimes, like the hand soaps have like formaldehyde in them, and it also cuts fragrances out of your life too. So this is fragrance with Thieves, this essential oil right here. And so it's fragrance with this, and it smells awesome. But in addition to that, it also is antibacterial, and then it boosts your immune system while you use it. So why not wash your hands and have your immune system boosted? I say that's like a win 100%. So this is a Thieves hand soap. So this is an easy way. Just take out all the hand soaps in your house, and then replace it with this. Okay, and the next, this stuff is my absolute favorite, and then we'll be all done here. So Thieves household cleaner. Holy smokes, guys, this stuff is the bomb. I love it. And the reason why I love it is because it's super economical. So when you look at natural cleaners, you really don't have to spend a lot of money on them. You can do Thieves Household Cleaner. It's about 30 bucks a bottle, and it makes about 30 bottles. So it's concentrated. It comes in a bottle about this size. This is one of my spray bottles that I use for it. It's super concentrated, so you just add like a capful into a like larger bottle and then fill the rest up with water, and it works wonders. And the neat thing about this is that your kids, if they get into it, is no problem, like no problem at all. Just rinse them off, no problem. And then also, it's also antibacterial because you're using like the cinnamon, you're using eucalyptus, you're using cloves. Helps boost people's immune system, and it smells awesome. And this can be a replacement for like just about all of your household cleaners. So I'm a super cleany kind of person. I love things clean, and I love the Thieves Household Cleaner. And so what I ended up doing was um, we switched out everyone's like underneath the cabinets. All we have down there is vinegar and Thieves Household Cleaner and like some scrubbing powder and stuff. So I use the Thieves on the bathrooms, use them in the kitchen. Yeah, and it's great for most surfaces. I would say just try it on a corner of something before using it, but we use it on carpet, use it on concrete countertops, use it on the wood floors, all sorts of stuff. So in addition to that, they have all sorts of little products too that I love. This one's a hand purifier. It's all natural. Doesn't have it has like denatured alcohol in it, so it's really good for your skin, and it's also not toxic. And so this stuff is awesome too. So they have all sorts of products with this, but those are a few of my favorites. And I would totally encourage looking into them. And they're really, like when you think about it, the hands down easiest ways to cut a lot of the toxins that we use every single day, to cut those out of your life. So that's it for me, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and push off on this, and y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.